From debut film director Paul Frazier comes the amazing story about Washington's own Schwarzenegger, Tim Eyman.
There was a time he got smashed in the face with a cherry pie in Olympia. Some people clearly don't like Tim Eyman.
An all-time exclusive DVD, your front row seat with one of the most controversial political figures of our time.
If the press wants to beat up on us, that's their right.
This is where it all started.
Olympia is gorging itself. Priorities of government was replaced with pig out on government.
This is the message sent.
If you're going to impose taxes, do it honestly, do it accurately, and don't try and artificially inflate it.
The opponents.
He's got money, fame, and power out of this without any responsibility.
It begins with the initials BS.
The battles.
You can't control what people think. The only thing you can do is decide what stories make it on the papers and which stories don't.
Featuring Michael Medved, Dory Monson, BJ Shea.
You are swimming upstream more than you can ever possibly imagine.
These are the first-hand accounts as you've never seen them before. This exclusive DVD contains never-before-seen footage, plus rare appearances.
There are people split almost right down the middle who hate him and who love him.
He's outrageous. He's unstoppable. He's Tim Eyman, and he's fighting for you.
Where is the fat in the budget?
I say everywhere.
The Battles of Tim Eyman, a film by Paul Frazier, coming soon to DVD.
I have long said that reducing the King County Council size is something that the council should do just to send a statement. They want people to pay more for the parks. They want people to pay more for law enforcement, and yet they aren't willing to take a hit themselves.
Mr. Eyman is involved with a union, a very liberal union, actually, jail guards, who want to see the number of King County Council members reduced back down to 9.
My understanding is they've hired Tim because he's so great at getting initiatives at least passed. They've hired him as a consultant.
I've been a big supporter of reducing the council size. I'm long before Eyman got on that bandwagon. I've been talking about that on my show for 5 years.
And the question is whether the King County Charter allows that to be done by initiative or not.
I doubt it. They're making $105,000 a year, get a free car allowance, take numbers of trips, and the workload's not that tough. So I kind of doubt that. But would the citizens like it? Well, to save $2 million a year in a budget crunch year, yeah, I think they would. I think in a flash, you would find the people in King County deciding they had too many council members and that 9 would be fine.
Jerry Carstetter, the Corrections Officers Guild leader, and Tim Eyman had press conferences at the same time I was trying to conduct my council meetings. I don't know exactly why they decided to do that, but that's my perception.
Family, friends, countrymen, join our fray.
Thank you for coming here today. As you know, the King County Corrections Guild on March 12th announced the launch of Initiative 18 campaign. We are in the midst of actively collecting our signatures right now, and the purpose of this press conference today is to announce the retention of Tim Eyman as the Guild's political consultant in Initiative 18. So, not wanting to take up all of everybody's valuable time, I'm going to turn this over to Mr. Eyman.
Well, King County needs to cut from the top. Rather than punishing the voters by shrinking critical government services, King County needs to prioritize our tax dollars and cut from the top. In Washington, 36 out of 39 counties have 3 county representatives. King County government insists on a Cadillac council, which gorges itself on our tax dollars while pleading poverty when it comes to essential government services.
It's patently untrue that the county council is gorging itself on the people's money at the expense of providing regional services. The overwhelming majority of our money goes to the provision of services, and I would challenge anybody, Tim Eyman or anyone else, to prove otherwise.
They are insisting on paying 13 politicians and 13 staffs to do the same work that 92% of counties do with 3 politicians and 3 staffs. That is obscene. It is time for the King County to realize that having a Cadillac council is dramatically less important than protecting essential government services.
We are not overstaffed, we are not overpaid, and we've been very responsible about how money is distributed between administration and the provision of services for the 1.7 million citizens that reside in Martin Luther King County.
Gathering 70,000 signatures in the next 40 days is going to be extremely difficult. But with the extraordinary network of committed supporters in the Guild, and with our experience, expertise, and track record of initiative qualification, we promise to work very hard to ensure the success of Initiative 18. I'm really excited about the opportunity to be able to help with this grassroots effort. It's not my idea, it's an idea that the Guild came to us with, and we're very excited.
We cut their budget, and some of them lost their jobs. And it's very unique for jail budgets to get cut. It was not aimed particularly at jail guards. It was aimed at the overall jail budget, the overall King County Court budget, the overall sheriff's budget, the overall public defense budget. Politicians are very fearful about cutting criminal justice expenditures in general.
We're standing here right now in front of the meeting agenda for the King County Council, but somehow on the meeting agenda absent is the idea of them sacrificing themselves while they're asking all sorts of sacrifices from everyone else, including taxpayers. We want to give the voters the chance to vote on this critical issue because we think the voters really embrace this concept, really embrace this principle, and really it's a symbol, I think, of what many of us want, is for them to look at the existing dollars that are spending and saying, are we getting the biggest bang for our buck from these existing dollars? And how can they say that when they got a Cadillac council in King County?
It's easy for someone like Tim Eyman to say, this is a Cadillac council and we have to reduce it to an average Chevrolet. And that's why we got to lower their numbers from 13 down to 9.
I think that is one of the greatest things Tim Eyman has done. Man after my own heart. Every time he does something like this, I think, oh boy, come down here and do it here.
There is nothing in the King County Charter that allows citizens to start a petition campaign that can end up with the county charter being changed without the county council itself first proposing the change.